Good evening, everybody. How you guys doing? I'm getting real sick and tired of this shit. Um, what happened during the shooting really pissed me off. Same shit as it happened 4 years ago, February 14th. The Cruz kid who killed 17 people, who's looking at the death penalty. 19 years old, killed 17 people. Son of a bitch killed 17 people in 2018. Oh, yeah. And not one deputy from the Broward County Sheriff's Department went in and did anything to stop the kid. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Here in Houston, in Texas, we had reports during the 40 minutes of the shooting at this grammar school. Texas law enforcement didn't do a goddamn thing to go in there and to stop this shooter. They just they stood there and did nothing. Parents heard about the shooting. They all rushed down there. They blocked parents because parents are willing to go in there without a bulletproof vest to go in there and get their kids. One mom got handcuffed. One dad got tased. You know, this is what's wrong with with law enforcement today. Completely fucking useless, man. Useless. You know, it's Parkland High School in Florida all over again, dude. You know, the DPS didn't do a shit, didn't do a damn thing, and I'm hearing about it, I'm reading about it, and I'm like, dude, your job is to go in there and face the fire, not stand there like you're a fucking pussy and shit, and that's how it is. Most law enforcement members are becoming a bunch of fucking pussies, man. Badge wearing pussy, dude, and if you're afraid to go in there to do your job, maybe you're in the wrong profession. Because I tell you what, if you're in the Marines, hey, they'll go in there and they'll take that kid out. Because they were trained to do that. Go in there. Just that, it took a Border Patrol tactical team to take the kid out. This 18-year-old kid out. 18 years old. Still young. I remember being 18 years old. I remember being 18 years old, okay? We all know what it's like to be 18. But we didn't go out and shoot people. I mean, we didn't go out and take a firearm to a school and blow everybody away and shit. Like, goddamn, dude. They had a shooting in New Mexico. 18 years old. You know, I'm sitting here as a parent. My son was 18 at one time. A few years ago. And the day my son turned 18, it made me the happiest dad ever. You know, my son turned 18. You know, my son's 23 years old. He's 2 years shy of 25. Hey, 25. 2 years shy. 2 years shy of 25. I'm 2 years shy of 48. The only thing that came close to that shooting was a few years ago. My son was in high school. He went. He was a freshman at Bullwood High School here in Fresno, and his school got a bomb threat. A bomb threat. And his mom called me, told me that she pulled my son out of school because there's a bomb threat at the school. Bomb threat, you know. I know what it's like because I was 13 years old. I went to Cooper Middle School here in Fresno back in 1988. 7th grade year. During lunch, gotta go outside. Alarm went off, and all of us during lunch had to go out in the parking lot, wait for a while. Then, when it was all clear, we went, got our lunch, sat down, and I'm like, I'm 13 years old, and it still is in my. It's still burnt in the back of my mind. Now it was 1988. I was 13 years old. Just turned 13. It was around 88. Yeah, 88. Just about turned 13 and shit. And then now my son went through it. Freshman year in high school. His mom called me. And I'm like, I'm not freaking out. Hearing about it took me back to 1988. Okay, this was the beginning semester, but it was in the second quarter of the first semester, and right after, because we were about to go into winter vacation, you know, Christmas vacation, and about few weeks their lunch got this school got a bomb threat, and you hear about these bomb threats, you hear about these shootings, and my question is, you know, what makes a person ship a school or even want to ship a school? You know, you got innocent kids, man. You got innocent kids, dude, you know. You got innocent kids who are grown up, about to learn about life along the way, getting an education. So all of a sudden you're at home or at work or someplace and you hear about school shooting. You know. But the one thing is that Columbine. Did cops go in there? No. They all stood outside. And he had guns pointed at the students who were like scared shitless, did not know what just happened. Realized they realized what just happened, and it's like, you know, and the kids are like this, hands on their head, and they're out. Like, dude, put your fucking gun away, man. Look, these kids went through enough. They went through enough, man. Because look, you had 2 shootings in Virginia Tech, twice in 1 year, and it still doesn't make any sense. You know, you have copycats. You have ones that have the mental malfunction. You know, mental issues and shit. You know, that could have got help. You know, how many? We had over 500 plus shootings since Columbine. School shootings. You had grade school kids, young as 12, 13 years old, go in there shooting up the whole class, right? And they're shootings that nobody else knows when it happened, who did it, or what, you know. And it's not even televised on TV or in the news, you know. It's all been under the rug, you know, under the rug. If you join a law enforcement agency, okay, you are armed. You got a gun, baton, pepper spray, you have cuffs, you have a radio, okay? You're wearing a bulletproof vest every day. But when you hear about a shooting at a school, at a store, post office, whatever it is, you don't go in there. You wait behind your damn patrol car waiting for what to do next. Because by the time you get in there, everybody's fucking dead. If you would have done your fucking job, gone in there, hey, you know, people would have been alive. Would have been alive, you know. If the Texas Rangers that were there would have done their fucking job, 21 people would still be alive today. 4 years ago, 17 people died. If that deputy went in there and did his fucking job, not be a lazy motherfucker, 17 people, at least 17 people would have been alive today to tell about what happened. But no, 17 people are dead. Like, it took a police department from another department gone in there, and the officers said the deputy just sitting there twiddling his fucking thumbs, not doing a damn thing. You know, if you join a sheriff department or a police department, you ought to do your fucking job. Don't stand there twiddling your thumbs and fondling your balls and shit. Do your fucking job, man. Because you become useless. Useless, man. You fucking useless. And your police chief or sheriff has become a egotistical cocksucker who wants to run for fucking office and shit, you know. I just don't get it. You know, I'm a parent myself. And just hearing about this, just hearing about this, man. Just hearing about this. It These kids were just babies. Just little kids. There's a third attempt, but lucky enough, the asshole brought the gun to school empty. What else would know if it wasn't empty? They walked in there shooting other, I mean, just babies. Just little kids. Innocent little kids. And this shooter, who's now dead, good, went through a unlocked door. Unlocked door. Nobody checked him. Look, I don't care what anybody says here. Look, if you're in law enforcement, we all know that some of you are parents yourselves. Okay? Put yourself in the other parent's shoes. Okay? Put yourself in their fucking shoes and being helpless. You can't do shit because you're being blocked from going into school, into saving your own, into getting your kids out of school. Right? Mom got cuffed, dad got tased. If I was one of those parents, I would find a way to sneak in this school to find my kid. And take a few parents with me. So I would have done a better job than fucking ranger, man. I would have done my job better than a fucking ranger. I wouldn't stand there twiddling my fucking thumbs, not doing shit, Would there be a lawsuit? I don't know. Probably. I don't know. But there might be. Because, parents weren't allowed to go into school to get the kids out of there. Like, dude, you're standing there telling parents you can't do shit because you got them blocked off. Parents are willing to go into school to get their kids out of there. If a cop would have put his hands on me, I would have decked the son of a bitch. I wouldn't give a rat's fucking ass. I would have decked the son of a bitch. And to get my kid, man. I wouldn't give a flying fuck if he arrested me. I would knock his teeth down his fucking throat. My kid's life is more important than mine. Schools are supposed to be a place where your kid can be safe. Now I hear about teachers and coaches getting arrested, getting charged with inappropriate relationship with a student. Like, really? You're a teacher. You're supposed to be teaching. Guide them. Not be the next Mary Letourneau, you know, or you gotta use a common sense, because once you are convicted, you are put on a registry for life because you had a inappropriate relationship with a student under 18. I don't know who's worse, a female teacher or a male teacher. I don't know, but it is fucking stupid because you're willing to risk your career as a teacher into having inappropriate relations with a student. I can understand they're in college, graduating in college. That's understandable, but I could be wrong. Look, but you're a teacher. You're a teacher, right? You're supposed to teach, not inappropriately have a relationship as, you know, but you have to be an adult. Be an adult. Teach. Educate. I don't know what the fuck would make a teacher do this shit. You had this kid who had a fling with a teacher, that Mary Letourneau lady had 2 children with her student. And they went from teacher student to husband and wife. That is some sick fucking shit, dude. And then they're saying, where was she when I was 18? Of course, you're a guy, so, But you got these school shootings, you got perverted teachers, and you got one teacher got pregnant by a student, and it's fucking stupid, dude. I mean, like there's an episode of Dr. Phil where this teacher knew she knew what she was doing, but she says, "Well, I did not know it was legally wrong." Lady, you knew it was legally wrong, but you still fucked the kid. But here's the thing: he filmed it. He filmed it. Could she have known that? Probably not, but she could sue the kid. But that would probably be thrown out of court because she's a teacher and she knew it was wrong. She knew it was wrong. It's like if I was teaching auto shop and I had an 18-year-old girl in my class and we got close and all of a sudden, and when it goes from being a teacher to student to gone bad, But things have to be really looked at through a magnifying glass. I mean, like, really, you know. But I don't know what makes people, do these school shootings. Could be a mental problem. That's probably the top of the list there. Mental problem. Copycat number two, because they seen what they did. So someone else did. They're like, hey, I'll do that too. Um, the worst mass shooting at school is Columbine. That's why it's mentioned a lot over the last 23 years. It is the most deadliest shooting within the last 23 years. Because there's more than 21 people, more than 17 have died in Columbine. No, and the thing is, then you hear about law enforcement going in after the people have died, because the shooter already off themselves, off themselves, and it took a border patrol tactical team to kill this 18-year-old kid, while DPS dumb shits are out blocking parents. They didn't go fucking in. It took a border patrol tactical team to kill this shooter. 18 years old. 18 years old. If 40 minutes during that time, the shooter was still killing people. By the time the Border Patrol tactical team shot this guy dead, they shot him. They shot him in the head. Then we need gun control. Really? Do we really need gun control because a shooting happened? We need gun control. No, we do not need gun control. Stop going after the legal gun owners. Go after the criminals. Stop going after the people. Okay? Period, dude. Because all you're doing is making yourself look like an ass, man. An ass. It's making you look like I mean, for example, look what Beto O'Rourke did while running for president. Yes, I'll take your AR-15s. Yes, I'll take your AK-47s. Everybody went nuts when he said that. Yay! Until he stuck to his guns and saying, well, yeah, I want to take your guns away. Then not one Democrat said it since. They backed off. They backed off the guy. Can't say that now, can I? Because that'll pretty much kill my run. If Democrats want to have a good run, stop talking about taking away people's guns and stop talking about gun control, because that's the one thing that will kill your run for any office, man. stop talking about it. Stop mentioning it, dude. Because right for office, that will definitely kill you. Definitely kill you. Oh, make sure there's gun control. Really? Who was the last person to talk about that? And actually got the thing passed? Dianne Feinstein, 1994. The assault weapons ban. Okay? Here's the fact, ladies and gentlemen. The most mass shootings ever done was done by a handgun. Not a rifle. Not an AR-15. Not an M4A1. It was mostly done by a handgun. Not a shotgun, a handgun. And plus, crime's been going down since 1990 fucking 2. 30 years. Because of people having guns, But you got these dumbass politicians saying, we need gun control. Okay. Let me ask you a question, okay? You say you want gun control, okay? Who are you really going after? Are you going after the criminals, or are you going after the legal gun owners who legally owns a weapon, owns a gun, has a legal permit to carry a gun, whether it's open carry or conceal? Right? So, who are you really going after when you want to just do this gun control shit? Okay? From what I'm understanding is they're leaving the criminals alone and they're going after the legal, constitutionally legal gun owners who can legally own one, can legally buy one, and can legally have a permit to carry one, whether that's open carry or concealed. That, for them to do that, they're doing it for political points. Yeah. Political points. Because you look at the NRA. You look at the NRA. They got an event in a few days in Houston. And just right after the shooting. Okay? Now, people are mad because they're having an event. Okay? Now, the reason people are getting guns is to call the bluff of Democrats who are anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment. Now, again, what can we... Now, here's my question. What can we do to make schools safer? Okay? Safer. Ted Cruz had an idea that really sounded good. And he, bulletproof windows, doors, you name it, the whole thing. And it's going to be a $300 million grant for all schools to be retrofitted with those things, plus a metal detector. Okay? Now, some parents be like, well, no, that's going to make the school look like a state prison. No. Stop and think before you gotta remove your head from your ass. Gotta have common sense here. The best thing to do is have them go through one door. Fuck the back door. Okay. Have the back door if necessary, but keep it locked to a degree. Okay. For emergencies. Because what happened in Houston, you don't want to have it repeated again and again and again. You don't want copycats pulling the same shit again and again and again, because there would be copycats all over the place. Period. Serial killers, serial rapists, burglars, all kinds of dumbasses and shit. And you don't want these idiots running amok, getting stupid, because there are dumb shits that would do anything to get attention. And when you do stupid shit just for that attention, somebody's going to end up kicking your ass up and down the road, and hopefully throw your carcass in the fucking canal and shit. Anybody want to see a human floater? Here you go. But we need schools to be safe. Not just from shooters, but also from teachers who are fucking stupid. I'm talking about pedophile teachers, teachers who want to indoctrinate your kids. Those motherfuckers. Okay? Those motherfuckers. Okay? Also, we need teachers that are armed as well. We need security to protect the students, okay? But here's the thing. If we're going to bring back cops on campus, okay, you also want to keep an eye on them too, because a few years ago there was a story, a case where a cop picked up a 16-year-old girl and just body slammed her. Completely. Body slammed her and shit, And then you have one cop grab a guy and just really wailed on him. You want the kind of officers that know that they cannot touch the students. Their job is to patrol around campus. Do their job. Don't be putting your hand on student, because here's the thing. The Supreme Court states you could sue a police officer after the case was dropped. Okay? How about get rid of qualified immunity? Because all it does, it protects those cocksuckers from being sued and being held accountable. If you take away qualified immunity, that would get them to think that, okay, if I fuck up, I don't want to fuck up and then all of a sudden get sued and get charged with a crime where the qualified immunity would protect me. That's the problem there. They love the qualified immunity because it protects them if they fuck up. If they fuck up, they're protected, man. We need to get rid of qualified immunity, because that's the one thing. That's the one thing that's protecting them from going to prison for life. Because what also protects him is that, well, he has awards and accommodations. You think because he had award and accommodations that because he sexually assaulted a female security guard, or he was the state all-state quarterback for the local high school, that don't mean fucking shit. If they commit a crime, it's time for them to remove the badge and for them to do the time. Because law enforcement officers, look, there are good people in law enforcement, okay? There are. But also there are also some stupid motherfuckers who don't take their job seriously. They they see it as, I'm gonna get a paid vacation. I fuck up, I'm gonna get a paid vacation. No. We want to make sure that you don't get paid while on vacation, because that pay can be set up where that pay is going to go for somebody who's suing your fucking stupid ass. I don't want to hear about a cop getting a paid vacation. If he wants vacation, he could do it in fucking jail. All his police power taken away, can't do shit. He's in local county jail. Oh, yeah. But they didn't have the balls. They did not. They didn't have the balls to go in there and stop that kid from killing more people. 2 teachers, 19 kids, dead. And these dumbasses were outside during that 40 minutes while he's killing kids and 2 teachers and shit. I tell you what. You know. But I might be getting a question here pretty soon. What would parents do? I would file a lawsuit on those officers because they didn't do a damn job. Yeah. I would file a lawsuit on those officers and the department because during that 40 minutes, the 18-year-old kid killing people, 21 dead. How many wounded? Don't know. You know, and they won't say anything else. They had a press conference, but they didn't say anything else on the aftermath because, you know, people are going to ask questions. You know, they're going to ask questions. Hey, how come you didn't go in there and take the kid out? I'll take your question under advisement. No, answer it now, motherfucker. How come you didn't go in there and take the kid out? Shoot him in the fucking head. Well, I'll take you. No. No taking anybody's question under consideration. Answer the fucking question. How come none of you motherfuckers went in there to shoot the kid in the head to stop this shit? Because 21 people would be still alive if you went outside blocking parents from doing what parents do when the kids are in danger. So answer the fucking question, motherfucker. Because if you don't answer, we're going to go somewhere else where we can't get the answer. This is why they're useless. They're useless. It took a Border Patrol technical team to take this kid out. Just take the shooter out. But they won't answer any questions because they know if they answer it, it'll make them look bad. Okay? Every department has to try to make themselves look good in front of the camera to save face for their reputation. I'm sorry, motherfucker. Your department has been tarnished for decades, man. Decades. And for one thing, gun control will not work. Because there will be a copycat on the long run. So don't say, we're going to get gun control. No, go fuck yourself. gun control will not work, period. Period. Because there some dumb fucker, some dumb shit is going to get a gun somehow and going to be a copycat and go to a school or a post office or a grocery store and start picking off people one by one. So don't say we need gun control. We need dumbass control. We need people with mental health issues to get help. Monitor their fucking ass, because we all know there's going to be a shooter or a copycat in the long run. Going to do the same fucking thing. Same fucking thing. So, you can take your gun control and go fuck yourself with it. Nobody's buying this shit. I'm not buying it because it's not going to fucking work. Gun control is just another political point that the Democrats want to have. And they're not going to fucking get it. Why? Government, Democrats don't give a shit about you. They only care about themselves and as much power as they can get to erode your constitutional rights. Period. Democrats don't give a goddamn about you. Some Republicans don't give a shit about you. All they care about is how much power, how much money they could get by the time they're unseated out of their office. That's what they do. They don't give a goddamn about you. They give you these fake promises to have you vote for them so they can stay in power. And that's what it's about. And they use these shootings as a political ploy for political points. Okay? It's what politicians do. They will lie to you in front of the camera. They will lie in front of the whole fucking country. In front of everybody. And they will give you a bullshit story. A fucking bullshit story. Period. Okay? Now, here's the problem what I have about this, okay? October of 2017. 5 months, okay? 5 months before the shooting at Stoneman Douglas High School in Florida. 56 people dead. Over 100 injured. That became the most insane thing that happened. 55 people dead, over 100 injured. And you have certain people behind the scenes that are trying to sweep it under the rug. Period. Sweep it under the rug. Now, Sandy Hook. I remember the day on TV, on CNN, and other news channels. And I'm seeing this. And the one thing that I've been wondering is, where is the ambulance? Where's the EMS? Why is the patrol cars blocking the entrance for an ambulance? Okay. Because most shootings are done with handguns. Okay, handguns, not rifles or shotguns, handguns. Higher percentage with handguns. And they had Adam Lenz's mom's car in the parking lot where they had her guns in the trunk. and her and her son were dead 2 days before the alleged shooting. Now, we've been questioning this for about 9 years. 9 years. And Alex Jones got sued by the alleged parents. I'm saying alleged because he said that kids didn't die. They had this Super Bowl thing, halftime show and shit and they're showing pictures of the kids because Sandy Hook Elementary is a grammar school, and he had pictures of these little kids, and they had these people that supposed to be these kids when they were little, and they're older. Okay, but the shooting happened not too long ago. At the time, it was 1 year, 2 year, 3 year since, and all of a sudden, at Super Bowl, you see these kids that are like older than they were in these pictures. And there are so many red flags. The Lanza home was torn down. The school was torn down. It still doesn't answer the question of why tear down the Lanza home and why tear down the school. And plus, why did the coroner say on TV that parents are not allowed to see their kids, the body of their kids? Then all of a sudden he resigns, then comes back. Then the police chief says nobody's allowed to investigate this. What? Nobody's allowed to investigate this. Then somebody was investigating it. Then what happened next? The person got arrested because he was calling and asking questions. Right? He was calling and asking questions. And he was asking questions because it really did not make any sense at all. And everybody was asking questions. Okay. I still think to this day it was a training exercise, and nobody actually died. But it's just a theory and a question. A theory. That's it. No more, no less. A theory. Do I have the facts? No. It's a theory. But it doesn't answer the question of why did they sue Alex Jones? Because nothing added up straight up. Nothing was there are so many red flags there. So many red flags. No ambulance, no nothing. They chased multiple people that were running from the school. 3 people. And they had them in cuffs. But yet, they said Adam Lanza killed 27 people. How do they know that so quickly when he's been dead for 2 days before the alleged shooting? His mom was also dead 2 days before the alleged shooting. Or they had her car in the parking lot with her guns in the trunk when he's been dead for 2 days before the alleged shooting. I think they seriously sued, went after Alex Jones because they wanted to shut him up. They wanted to shut him up. I think because of that they took him off Facebook, Twitter, um, other platforms. They Apple removed him from the podcast. Everything. Um, Google did the same thing. They banned him from YouTube. Um, I think that sometimes Alex Jones can be a dick. You know, um, but he can be a dick. His wife left his ass because of fear of her kid, of the kids they had together. Um, People left, like Takari Jackson left, Joe Biggs left, Leanne McAdoo left because Alex Jones's wife, first wife, accused him and Leanne McAdoo of having an affair. Leanne McAdoo is very pretty. I like her. She's very pretty. And so she left to take care of her mom. The health ranger left. Um, Mark Dice worked with Alex Jones for a bit, then went on his own. Um, and then you had Millie Weaver. She left and went on her own. And then you had Caitlin Bennett. They call her the gun girl and shit. But I don't know. I don't know what happened between Millie Weaver and Alex Jones. Um, he funded her documentary. You guys didn't know that. Probably knew that. But David Knight got fired. A lot of people you saw over the years left or got fired. You know, Alex Jones really is a dick. I mean, he was a dick to David Knight and his sons and shit that worked for him for those years. Um, because David Knight began to become very popular with the viewers because they started to like David Knight, and anybody who worked for Alex Jones that became a fan favorite. He would get jealous. Alex Jones will get jealous of people that viewers have become huge fans of people like David Knight, Takari Jackson, Joe Biggs, so on and so forth. But Millie Weaver did a talk. This was when the president the 2020 election, and she was one of the speakers. And out of nowhere, Alex Jones comes out and everyone's saying, Alex. I'm like, dude, the reason he's there is to make himself look good because he's going through illegal shit. He's going through illegal shit, and she's doing her own thing, which is good because she don't need him to prop her up. She's been doing it herself. After that, I like her. She's good. She's good at her craft, man. But when you become pretty good at what you do and people like what you do and you become a fan favorite, Alex Jones is going to get really bitchy and shit, dude. But I think the reason that they are suing him because they needed to silence him because he's talking too much, talking way too much, Because sometimes when you talk too much and people start to pay attention, that's when shadowy people are going to go after you, and they're going to go after you big time. He did He did a trilogy of the police state videos in the early 2000s. And he also did the Obama deception in 2008 and 2009 because of this whole entire thing. And I watched it, and it was kind of fucking weird though, because my cousin got me into Alex Jones, watching it and listening, and I'll sit there for a whole hour while I'm playing on the Xbox, and I'm listening to him and stuff, and then all of a sudden, after a while, he started to get really stupid. Started to dress like the Joker, Cobra Commander, the whole fucking thing, dude, and it started to get to his head. And a lot of people have left because he began to lose his mind. He started to lose his mind. And I don't know. But he would have been, if he would just drop the whole Joker shit, the Commander bullshit, and stuck to what he did before the whole shit. The whole fucking thing, Alright, folks, this is good old Grandmaster Evan. Please share this video. If you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below. Hit the bell for notification. Always live healthy, happy, wise. I love you guys. And this has been the Anonymous Republic Network. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.